I'm Alex Carr, and I'm here with the amazing artist that is Tarju Le'Sano. Tarju, how do you feel about being nominated for Amplify Sounds Once to Watch 2021?
I feel great. Thank you for having me.
Nice, nice, nice. We have basically brought you in because we think that you've just been putting in so much hard work throughout 2020. You've been grafting away, and now you're coming out with great music in 2021. And we just want to support you. We just want to give you some credit. We, shine the spotlight on you because I think you deserve it.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So your music's been noticed now on a lot of big platforms, and you've been had BBC introducing, and you've now obviously on Amplify Sounds Wants to Watch. How does it feel that getting all this recognition for your music?
I mean, it's like I just appreciate the support and the love from people that are in the industry, and especially the people that have seen the growth of my music as well. Because it's like 3 years now
Yeah.
since radio started, and then still got that strong sort of trajectory going. So I just appreciate all the love, man.
Do you feel like year on year that people are taking you and your music more seriously, and you're like now really starting to be a force to be reckoned with?
Yeah, I think one thing that I'm beginning to see is people talking about me when I'm not there, like on
Always
on
a good sign.
on like podcasts and stuff like that, and that itself, like I want to have that impact. I want my music to speak about me before like I have to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I want to be represented as one of the greats from Brum. So
Yeah, man. It's like you say, your music is now being referenced,
mm,
around before you've even entered the room. So that's like, yeah, that's big noise there.
it's love, man, for
Yeah.
real. Yeah,
You are like an incredible artist.
thank you.
One of the things that I love about you is that you are an artist in the whole sense of the word. I mean, you produce, you make music, you perform music, you also produce art. You've also gone into fashion. You've also done mentoring. You've also been a professional dancer. What I want to know is there anything that Taju doesn't do?
Don't do maths.
And like, where do you get the energy and the inspiration to do all this? To be so multidisciplined.
I mean, my parents was always like encouraging me to try new things, and when I got bored of something, it was like, okay, so what's next? It was never like a case of, okay, you're not gonna do anything. So I kind of found I was steered into the like hip hop culture. I found graffiti. I found uh, b-boying. I found music. I was raised in a musical family, so it's always been there,
Yeah, I was going
and
to
they're all
ask you
just sort
about
of
that.
branches off the same tree. You know what I mean? But with me, like it has to stimulate me, and if I find something that stimulates me creatively, and I'm passionate about it, I'll do it. If I'm not passionate, I won't do it.
Mm.
For real.
Tell me about your family, because yeah, I've heard that you grew up in a musical family. I want to know a little bit more about that. What was the
Yeah.
influences going on there?
So like, well, my mum comes from a family of 6 sisters, and they were all singers growing up in church. They all sang, and then when my mum got a bit older, like about my age, like she got signed, and she was touring everything. She was in a group called Asia Blue. She's now releasing music
Nice.
solo again, like so And then my pops was a producer, um, and I've just got like all my family. We all play instruments and we all like sing and stuff like that. So I've just been raised in that environment.
That's mad. It
Just
was there
had
from foundation.
It was weird because like I've had like neo soul and jazz and R&B influences, and then I've had like heavy metal. Like I'm very eclectic taste in music growing up, so the waves was always different. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's I love the fact that you had that kind of foundation from family, because that's rare and amazing, and you've
yeah.
clearly developed so much as an artist and a person from that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a blessing for real. It is
it's
a
a
blessing.
huge blessing, and they're presumably still hugely supportive of you now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, all my family just keep like streaming, sharing my stuff, like waiting for the next gigs now. So,
Yeah. When was the last time you were on a stage, actually?
well, I did the show last end of summer last year. For one of my friends, Christine the Contra. She's a photographer, and she does some work for Red Bull and stuff. And they sponsored her first gallery event. So myself, Lady Sanity, we both performed there, and also Mason the Healer as well. So that was the last
Nice.
gig that I properly did on a stage. It was a bit cold though. Like I was outside, and it was cool though. It was a stripped back set, and my boy said, "Hey, one guitar and a loop pedal, and just me and the mic," and it was beautiful, man. I
It's
loved it.
pure.
But I miss stage so much. I miss it, like
Yeah.
for real.
We'll
It's
get
where I'm
back
home.
there.
Yeah,
We'll get
100%,
back there. Until
100%.
we can't, we'll keep doing things like this where we can give you a
For real.
platform.
And big up you guys, man. You guys are keeping the culture alive, so
It's a pleasure.
appreciate
It's
it.
an absolute pleasure because, as I say, we just get put forward artists that we really believe in, and there's so many great artists, such as yourself at the moment, which we think just need the spotlight continue to be
Mm,
shone on them,
100%.
during this
Birmingham's
time.
got so many artists, like,
Yeah,
and so many higher tier artists. Like, we all deserve to be celebrated for real.
massively. We heard your performance of 846,
Hmm.
which you basically created as a tribute to the horrendous murder of George Floyd last summer.
Yeah.
Um, the track 846 for me is really clever because you're taking a really difficult subject, but the way that you deliver it is it's really playful. The music's really light. It has that that neo soul, that jazz kind of feel to it, and then you're drawn into it as a listener, and then the lyrics start hitting you,
Mm.
and you're like, oh wait. And so for me, that's really clever. Like, yeah, talk to me about about that song and like sort of where
Yeah.
that came from.
So my boy who co-produced the song, Rexis, very talented sample based producer. Like, I've been wanting to work with him for quite a while, and we've been in each other's space a lot and environments. And one day we was in lockdown, and I was just like, "Yo, bro, like send me some stuff, man, and we'll co-produce something together." And he sent me these drums with the horns, and I was like, I heard it, and I was like, "Oh my god, like that is so amazing." And then I was like, "This needs some guitar," so I hit up my boy Tom Ford, and he's like, if you know about Tom Ford, he is like one of Birmingham's like gems for like music. Honestly, he's like a big influence to me. I sent it to him. He came back with, he just played on the song, like he just like went at it, and then I just picked the best bits that I liked, and then we formulated that, and then I sent it to Jam Augustine, and he played bass on it. So
Nice.
the collaboration of the actual song, I was basically like executively producing it, but honestly, all the credit is owed to my boys. Like their their contribution to that song laid the foundation for me to build the castle of that content. You know what I mean? And
Nice.
I hope I get to make a song like that again, because it was beautiful, man. Like,
Yeah, it is
and it's
special.
poignant.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's real. Like, we all felt what happened last year. You know what I mean? And God forbid that it keeps happening. You know what I mean? But
Mm.
I like to address situations. I'm not the same as everyone else. Like, I talk about some realness. Like, not that other people don't, but
No, but actually, when you
like,
say that, the one thing, what I mean about that track as well is that a lot of people responded to the George Floyd
yeah,
murder, you know, and a lot of people responded in quite an angry way
yeah,
because it does draw that anger of emotion out of
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
But you took a really different tack, and you lull people in, and for me, it's a genius piece of work.
I appreciate that. I didn't want to keep perpetuating hate, and I
Mm.
think that's the biggest problem, is that all this ignorance just perpetuates the same hate and anger, and I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want that on my spirit, and I don't want people to take that in when I put music out. I've done my like I have Aggie music,
Yeah,
but like I'm not trying to feed hate into people no more. Like, music's not an expression for me like that
yeah,
anymore. I'm in a place of peace and love, man. So that's
nice.
what I want to bring. You know what I mean?
Talking about Aggie music,
Yeah.
we're now going to go to the opposite side of the spectrum
Yeah.
because you did actually also perform "Gimme the Gin,"
Yeah. Yeah.
which is your latest release.
Mm.
Tell the people when it's out. Oh, it's out
Uh,
now, isn't it?
no, 29th of January.
29th of
Yeah, it's
January.
coming for real.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's produced by Casey Orange. I've been working with Casey Orange from Bay 10 Studios for the past 2, 3 years now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We've been building our sound together. We made an EP like over a year ago together, and yeah, man, we've just had like a beautiful journey of collaboration again. And one day we was in the studio, like outside of lockdown. I went to the studio to see him after first time in ages, and we got a bottle of gin, and
As you
we
do.
was chilling, having some drinks and that, and then we just kind of like came up with this sound together, like restarted making all of this, like these sounds come together, and then I was like, "Yo, bro, that's hard."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then within a space of 5 days, we made 11 tunes to the same sort of arrangement and caliber of that sound, and we feel like we've stepped into like a more palatable um range of music for like major radio now.
Mhm.
So I've got big aspirations and ambition for these tracks because I feel like we can't party right now, but I want people to party in their kitchen, their
Yeah,
garden. You know
man.
what I mean? Like that's what it's for. It's to bring people, uplift people. You know what I mean? Make them
Yeah.
feel like they're flexing. I want that.
Your whole vibe uplifts people.
Oh, thank
So,
you, thank you.
your music does that too. You with Gimme the Gin and 846, those two tracks in particular, they really show to me how versatile you are as an artist. Just as I say, being able to flip from that kind of like really aggy, slightly aggressive, like Gimme the Gin style,
Mm.
and then going into that 846, and you just taking me on like a summertime journey,
Yeah,
even though it's like we're reflecting on the murder of George Floyd.
yeah.
It's just mad the way that you can do that. And again, I just want to congratulate you for being an Amplify Sounds one to watch, because we really, really, really do believe in you, and we
Thank
will
you.
wholeheartedly support you.
I appreciate that for real. Like it
Um,
means the most.
because it's lockdown,
Yeah.
and it's like we're trying to just like bring a bit of fun and like kind of lift people's spirits up. And now you're a one to watch. What can the Amplify Sounds viewers kind
Mm.
of expect from you over 2021? Because they're going to be watching.
A lot of content. Like I've been doing nothing for the past 7 months but grafting my ass off. So you guys are gonna see all the stuff that was made around the process of these releases that are
Hmm.
coming. We've got enough releases to last maybe 2 years now if we wanted to spread it out like that. But I want to give people 2 years in a year if I can. And
Nice.
yeah, man, I want people to expect creativity,
Yeah,
a lot of colors, a lot of happiness, smiles.
we love that.
Yeah, we're gonna take it to the next level. Like UK music's got to step up again, and that's what I want to do. I
We're
want to
going to
be
keep pushing it.
innovating that. So for real.
Definitely. Well, thank you for performing today. It's
Thank you for
been an
having me.
absolute pleasure. And again, this is Tarju Le'Sano, an Amplify Sounds one to watch for 2021. So stay tuned to everything that he does. Go check out his channels. Go check out all his socials. Tarju Le'Sano,
Buy my clothing.
everybody. Buy the clothing,
it,
fashion designer. Let's get a close up on that.
it's a sanoting.com.